Former Prime Minister and JDS senior leader H.D Deve Gowda has hinted at an alliance with the BJP ahead of the Lok Sabha polls. Remember, he is a senior leader from the state of Karnataka, where his party, the JDS, did not fare too well in the recently concluded elections. Now, in his statement, he said, "Show me one party which is not associated with the BJP in today's day and age." This is the entire reaction that he had. Take a look, then we'll connect with reporters.
ದಯಮಾಡಿ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. ಈ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರದ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ನಾನು ತುಂಬ ವಿಶ್ಲೇಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಬಲ್ಲೆ, ಅದರ ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ show me one party which is not associated with BJP, either directly or indirectly. Show me one party then I will answer. The whole country. Some leaders in the Congress may say, have they not gone to the roads of Karnataka, who supported 6 years Bharatiya Janata Party? Whether directly or indirectly. So I can go on arguing. So that's why I don't want to discuss.
Okay, we heard right now from the 91-year-old leader. Let's go over to my colleague Akshara, who's with us on the ground to bring us more context. Akshara, in the recently concluded Karnataka Assembly elections, the JDS, which is the party that we're focusing on right now, saw the worst performance that it's seen in over 2 decades. Should we understand this comment from H.D Deve Gowda in that context? Or because these are the Lok Sabha elections, should we not take that context with us?
Well, you see, even that aspect can be taken into consideration. From the past 2 decades, this is the worst performance. You remember in 2018, it won 37 seats and it has been reduced now to 19 seats. And in the run-up to the elections, during a press conference very recently, yesterday, a question was being asked to former Prime Minister of the country whether there will be, whether JDS will be joining hands with Nitish Kumar because Nitish Kumar has called for an anti-BJP alliance to forge an alliance against the BJP party in 2024 Lok Sabha polls. He did not sound very optimistic about this particular question that was being posed, and he also goes on to say that there is no other party in India which has not joined hands with the BJP party. Even Congress, for that matter, indirectly supported the BJP party, and he did not give a conclusive answer whether they will be joining hands or not. But he also did not rule out the possibility that JDS will be joining hands with the BJP in the Lok Sabha 2024 polls. And yes, even if you take a look at the recently concluded 2023 polls as well, if there was a word around the corner that if there was an hung assembly in the state of Karnataka, the BJP would possibly join hands with the JDS as well. So that was the word around the corner. But there was a different mandate. Congress won with an absolute majority. And when you take a look at the Lok Sabha polls, yes, we cannot rule out the chances of JDS joining hands with the BJP in the 2024 Lok Sabha polls.
Akshara, tell us, what would the party have to gain with such an alliance? By the party, I mean the BJP. What would they possibly gain with such an alliance, particularly when in the Lok Sabha elections, they would be running under the very strong mandate, possibly of the Prime Minister once again?
Well, if you take a look at the recently concluded Lok Sabha polls, the Okkaliga-dominated region, the old Mysore region, the BJP targeted extensively. They focused on the Okkaliga region here. And this Okkaliga region is completely dominated by the JDS and the Congress. So, a word coming in from JDS leader like H.D Deve Gowda, who has a stronghold in this particular Okkaliga region, plays a very important role for the BJP as well, because BJP has tried to make inroads into this particular Okkaliga region, the old Mysore region, region, and this time as well it couldn't make inroads into this. So this particular vote bank of the Okkalika vote banks could give positive prospect for the BJP in the Lok Sabha polls and could help the BJP as well. So that's one of the reason why getting the Okkalika votes in Karnataka, who have traditionally voted for Congress or the JDS, will play a very much important role for the BJP in the Lok Sabha polls.
How did those regions that you're talking about vote in 2019, the last time Lok Sabha elections took place?
Well, you see, most of the regions, if you take a look at the assembly polls, most of the people voted for the Congress and the JDS here, and making that particular region a stronghold for the JDS and the Congress as well. But if you take a look at the other scenario, the Lok Sabha polls, it's a neck-to-neck battle there. When you take a look at the Congress here, there's just lone MP from the Congress party here, DK Suresh, brother Kumar. So on the other hand, if you take a look at the whole scenario, it becomes very much important to tap into this particular voter share, so that there is more deposit of votes for the BJP in the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. Because as you see, if you take a look at the recently concluded Lok Sabha, the state assembly elections, there was a completely swing of votes from JDS to the Congress. So the votes can swing at any point of the moment. So the BJP has to ensure that this time around they'll gain an upper hand in this particular Okkalika region.
And Akshara, tell us, will this news at all be a shock for leaders of the Congress, or, as you were saying, were the feelers making it quite obvious that this could happen anyway?
Well, it wouldn't be a shock for the Congress party, if you ask me, but yes, obviously if you take a look at the whole scenario here, it was very unlikely in the previous time that JDS would join hands with the BJP. It was in the state as well, there was a coalition government of the JDS and the Congress, so it was very unlikely in the previous scenario that JDS would join hands with the BJP. But in the recent turn of events, if you take a look at the whole scenario as well, as I mentioned earlier, if there was an hung assembly here, JDS could have possibly joined hands with the BJP. So things have quite changed in the
Akshara,
in the recent time. Thank you for that
context. Akshara, we have the BJP's S. Prakaash with us, and I do want to go over to him to understand. Sir, how is the BJP seeing this comment from the senior leader of the JDS, H.D Deve Gowda?
Deve Gowda is a very respected and a senior most leader of the Karnataka. He was a former prime minister also. Most of the parties who are now trying to align against the BJP were one or the other time were the BJP allies. Now they are opposing the BJP just because their agenda is not functioning. And Mr. Deve Gowda ji has only shown mirror to those elements who are now trying to gang up against the BJP government at the center. It is a very clear signal that such opportunistic coalition will not work.
Okay. Sir, thank you. I want to now go over to T.R. Prasad Gowda from the JDS, who's with us right now. Sir, thank you for joining us here on CNN News 18. Yes. Sir, I want to understand from you, how would your party respond to criticism from opponents that with this recent result that just came in from Karnataka elections, where your party saw the worst performance it's had in more than 2 decades, that the JDS is just fighting for survival?
Yeah, in politics, these are the things will going to happen. But any political party may not, afraid of for this kind of results. These results are. We should anticipate good and bad things. So, similarly, this time our party had a better hopes than before that we are going to win more than 60 seats, not less than 60 seats. And our agenda and our programs was such that, and we thought it will reach to the people of Karnataka. And in front of this, Congress guarantees, which now they are facing problem to implement those programs. They are not going to. It's not possible for them to. Though they know it is not possible to implement those guarantees. They have given it just to grab the attention of the public and poor masses and take the votes. That is the only agenda.
One second. I'm just trying to understand from you, sir, though, that right now you said that your own party had hoped to get 60 plus seats. The truth is that you got 19 seats in the elections right now. Many are saying that this statement from the senior leader is a fight for relevancy for your party. By connecting yourself, by hitching your wagon with the BJPs, you're fighting for relevancy. To that, sir, what does your party have to say?
No, we are definitely we will be there in future. Maybe there is a temporary setback. We think it is a temporary setback for our party, but in future, party will come back like anything. And we have lakhs and lakhs of karyakartas across the state. That one defeat is not a defeat,
Okay.
and one win also is not a win. So in politics, as I told you earlier, politics, these are all common things. We need to take it sportively, and we have been advising our party leaders and karyakartas not to worry about what has happened. Let us worry about the future. That is,
Okay.
Lok Sabha elections are coming up. We will
All right.
fight. People may accept again.
Let me just move on from this story. Sir, thank you for joining us. I'd also like to thank S. Prakaash from the BJP for joining us. We were able to provide you with those two perspectives on this story. And